In 2010, LeBron James made one of the most famous statements in sports history.
I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
And I think the reason that this statement is so often quoted and memed is because of something really unique about it. And that's because it's a performative statement. In the last decade, the word performative has taken on kind of a negative connotation. For instance, somebody reading a book in public might be called performative, implying that they're just trying to look smart and they're not actually that into reading. But in linguistics, the word performative means something different. A statement is referred to as performative if it changes reality as opposed to just describing it. For instance, when LeBron said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach," he wasn't describing what he was doing or even what he was going to do. The statement itself was the act of deciding, and it publicly transformed him from somebody who's trying to decide something to somebody who is taking his talents to South Beach to play for the Miami Heat. It's similar to the performative speech act of saying "I do" at a wedding. It's different from saying yes to a proposal, which is kind of just describing your intent. When somebody says "I do" at a wedding, they have publicly transformed themselves into a married person. Now, in both of these situations, there's obviously also paperwork involved in order to legally finalize the statements, and technically they could go back on what they said. Just like you could say, "I bet you $5 it won't rain," and then if it rains, you could just refuse to pay. But in all three situations, going back on your word could have significant consequences on your social standing. And that's different, for instance, from saying "I think it might rain tomorrow" or "I'm considering playing for the Miami Heat," because those are just factual descriptions about your internal state. Performative acts externally change your relationship to people around you in ways that you can't easily undo. The term was coined by British philosopher J.L. Austin in 1955. What are some interesting performative speech acts that you can think of? Let me know in the comments.